Today I headed down to Orlando, Florida, so I could check out the James Bond Museum and Lounge. Did you, expect me to talk about it?
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
The James Bond Museum and Lounge is a brand new attraction that opened up at Dezerland. Now, for those that don't know what Dezerland is, it's an indoor amusement park that was built in an old shopping mall on International Drive. It contains lots of different attractions. They've got a car museum, an arcade. They're building an area for indoor rides right now, like bumper cars. They've got a virtual reality attraction, indoor go-karts. So it's kind of a combination of different attractions, and each attraction seems to be separate from the other. Like the go-karts are a separate attraction from the car museum, and it's separate from the James Bond museum. So they're all individual little attractions built inside of this Dezerland. Alright, so I'm just going to say right now that I'm a huge James Bond fan, so it's going to be impossible for me to give this a neutral review. Obviously, my bias is going to heavily impact the fact that I love James Bond movies, and this is the best collection of James Bond props and memorabilia that I've ever seen and probably ever will see again. So if you're a huge James Bond fan like me, this place is just a must-see. This is probably akin to going to Graceland for huge Elvis fans, and that's kind of what it felt like for me as a big James Bond fan. This is kind of like our Graceland. There's so many amazing props, screen-used props. The Dezerland car collection is one of the largest in the world, and this James Bond collection is probably the largest in the world. Between the tanks and the planes, and dozens of cars that were screen used. I mean, this guy has accumulated such an amazing collection of boats and props, and I mean, it pretty much covers every James Bond film ever made. I mean, you can see stuff from Dr. No all the way up to pretty much everything except he obviously he doesn't have any props from No Time to Die yet, but I'm sure that's gonna happen soon. So you just, like I said, it's kind of great to visit this place. You'll get nostalgic for all the films. And my first James Bond film that I saw in the theater was the Timothy Dalton stuff, Living Daylights and License to Kill, and he had the vehicles from both of those movies, and it was great to see them in person, and it's just a wonderful museum. Let's talk a little bit about the James Bond Lounge. Now, I don't drink alcoholic beverages, so I can't really comment on that stuff. I don't even drink beer, but if you ordered a martini shaken not stirred, I'm sure they would make it pretty well here. I stuck to the burgers, and the burgers are a little expensive, about $15 a pop, but they're massive. I think the patty itself is like a third of a pound. I mean, it was a huge, absolutely huge burger, and I couldn't finish it. And, if you want a really big quality hamburger and fries, then the James Bond Lounge is probably a good place to visit, and the atmosphere is amazing. You get to see all these props up close. I think the tank was from the GoldenEye, and I believe the Lotus was one from one of the Roger Moore movies. I believe it was the one where he drove it into the water and it turned into a submarine. So it's just a cool place to hang out if you're a Bond fan, and that's really what the bottom line is. And I really don't think I could sum it up anyway better than that.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, Step by step, the clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
Thanks for watching this episode of The Adventure Schmuck. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See everyone next week.